Sure. I started as a technical specialist. My first transition point was to join Sony as an application manager. So the key change was in the mindset that was required to play the role. As an application manager, the expectation was to support all the business requirements for the business division that I started to work for. So this was kind of a big change because as a technical specialist, the scope of my work was always about a particular application or a particular project. But in the new role, I had to think about what is the real need of the business and align my thoughts, my actions to the business needs. So this was a pretty big shift in the mindset and also allowed me to think with a much bigger playing ground. So second point was when I had an opportunity to move to India. I was deputed to Sony India Software Center, and the main objective was to leverage the India Delivery Center and make it more of a global delivery center. When I moved to India, India Delivery Center was supporting the operations of Sony Singapore. And with the objective to make it a global delivery center, the challenge was to kind of connect with Sony entities worldwide and enable Sony India to deliver services to all these Sony entities worldwide. So again, this was a big shift in the scope of what I had to do, and also had to think with a much broader scale of operations. So this was kind of a shift from a regional to a kind of a global level of operations. And again, to say the last change that I can really, or maybe I want to really call out, is about when I became a part of the global leadership team. I moved back to San Diego, and Sony went through a major IS reorganization. And I was fortunate enough to be a part of the global leadership team, in which, again, the whole expectation was to manage operations of Sony globally. So this was the third one. All in all, I would say these three key change points has kind of transitioned me to where I am today. Well, I think it is a no-brainer. AI definitely is the technology that is going to disrupt not only Sony, but almost all the industries. And it is still in the nascent stage. I believe a lot is still in the works. But I definitely am sure that AI is going to disrupt Sony in a big way. And we are trying to kind of explore, experiment, and probably make the most of this technology. Again, it comes with its own challenges. We are still trying to understand what is the limitations of these technologies, how is it really going to be helping Sony. I think I would say it's still in the early stages, but we know and we are trying to be prepared to kind of take advantage of this technology. I would say we are in the midst of a technology revolution, and my piece of advice would be keep an open mind, make the most of what you have right now. I mean, it is kind of, in a way, don't let your prejudices or your lessons that you learned from the past become your hindrance. This is a great time, and just keep an open mind, continue to learn, and make the most of what you have. It was a real pleasure to hear a lot of the industry counterparts and their experiences, their success stories. I think this is a time where we need to kind of keep our eyes and ears open. We need to learn from each other. Obviously, we cannot afford to make our own mistakes and learn from them. So this is, I would say, a great opportunity. And thanks to Generis to provide this opportunity for me and inviting me to be a part of it. It was indeed, of course, it's my first time. It was indeed a great pleasure to be a part of it, hear out all these, eminent speakers and their experiences. And I think I really look forward for, leveraging their experiences and, learning from what I heard, and see if I can, make use of it and implement any of these learnings in my role. From my observation, this is definitely a gathering of true professionals, and with no agenda to sell or I think the traditional trade shows typically are more of opportunities to market their products or services. But here, I see the big difference is these are true professionals, primarily gathering to learn from each other and share their experiences. I think that's kind of a real big difference from many of the other trade shows that I've been a part of.